You're watching a show, reading an article, or listening to a podcast, and you get it. 90% of the words. Crystal clear. But the moment someone asks you a question in English, your mind goes blank. You know the words. You just can't pull them out. Sound familiar? This isn't a vocabulary problem. It's a retrieval problem. And today, I'm going to show you exactly why this happens, and give you 3 simple, science-backed techniques to move words from I recognize it to I use it naturally. No flashcard fatigue. No endless lists. Just real activation. Let's clear up the difference. Passive vocabulary is every word you recognize when you read or hear it. Active vocabulary is what you can actually produce when you speak or write. Think of it like this. Passive is seeing a face in a crowd and thinking, I know them. Active is remembering their name, walking over, and starting a conversation. You might passively know words like serendipity or counterintuitive, but your active vocabulary? That's probably words like tired, work, happy, or think. The gap isn't about how many words you know. It's about how many you can access on demand. So why does one grow automatically while the other feels impossible? Your brain uses 2 different memory pathways. Passive vocabulary relies on recognition. When you read or listen, your brain just says, I've seen this before, and files it under familiarity. It's low effort. Active vocabulary relies on retrieval. To actually use a word in conversation, your brain has to build a fast neural highway from meaning sound grammar mouth. That doesn't happen through input alone. It only builds when you force yourself to produce the word. Reading builds your passive library. Speaking builds your active toolkit. And today, I'll show you how to build that toolkit on purpose. Technique number 1, contextual retrieval practice. Stop learning words in isolation. Your brain doesn't store words in dictionaries. It stores them in contexts. Here's how to use that to your advantage. When you encounter a new word, don't just write it down. Write your own sentence with it. Make it personal. Make it real. Then, cover the original. Try to speak or write that sentence from memory. For example, instead of memorizing overwhelm, you'd write, I felt completely overwhelmed when my inbox hit 100 unread emails. Cover it. Say it out loud. This forces your brain to link the word to meaning, grammar, and your own life. That's how it moves from passive to active. But what if you want to practice retrieval on the go? That's where close deletion flashcards come in. And no, I don't mean the classic front says word, back says definition cards. Those test recognition, not recall. Close cards flip the script. The front shows a real sentence with a blank. Like this. She was so ___ that she checked every detail 3 times. Your job. Pause. Say the missing word out loud. Then flip to check, meticulous. Here's how to make them work. 1. Pull sentences from real articles, podcasts, or conversations. 2. Replace the target word with a blank. 3. Keep the rest of the sentence intact. 4. Always say the answer out loud before flipping. If you hesitate or need a hint, mark it as unlearned. This creates what psychologists call desirable difficulty, that tiny struggle your brain needs to build strong memory pathways. Use apps like Anki or Quizlet, or just write them on paper. 1 word per card. Keep sentences short. And never skip saying it aloud. Technique number 2, the 24-hour activation rule. Here's a hard truth. If you don't use a new word within 24 hours, your brain files it away as nice to know. It drops straight into passive storage. The fix? Activate it fast. Within a day of learning it, force it into real output. Send a voice memo to yourself. Write a short journal entry. Use it in a chat. Even post it online. Record yourself saying, it's counterintuitive, but working fewer hours actually made me more productive. Self-correct if needed. Ask a friend or AI for feedback. The science is clear. Immediate retrieval plus mild spacing creates the strongest long-term retention. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Make the moment happen. Technique number 3, micro-output challenges. You don't need hours. You need 2 minutes. Pick 3 target words. Set a timer. And speak continuously about any topic, weaving those words in naturally. Don't stop for perfection. Just flow. For example, pick flexible, bottleneck, and streamline. Talk about fixing your morning routine. Your goal isn't flawless grammar. Your goal is retrieval under mild time pressure. It mimics real conversation. It trains your brain to access words fast, not just recognize them. Do this 3 times a week, and you'll notice a massive shift in how quickly words come to you when you actually need them. Before you try these, avoid these 4 traps that keep learners stuck. Mistake 1. Memorizing isolated word lists. Fix. Always learn in context. Mistake 2. Consuming 100% input, 0 output. Fix. Aim for 60% input, 40% output. Mistake 3. Fearing mistakes and over-editing yourself until you never speak. Fix. Progress over perfection. Mistakes are just data. And mistake 4. Using flashcards that only test recognition. Fix. Switch to close deletion or sentence generation cards. Test your brain, not your eyes. Here's your exact next step. Pick 5 words today. Apply contextual retrieval. Use the 24-hour rule. Do 1 micro-challenge. That's it. No magic. Just consistent activation. I've put together a free 1-page checklist with all 3 techniques, plus a ready-to-print close card template pack and a tracking sheet. Link is in the description. Drop a comment right now with 1 word you understand perfectly but never use in conversation. I'll reply with a tip to activate it. Subscribe for more practical language strategies that actually work. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.